Do you ever wonder how life transforms as we step over the threshold of 30? Life, in its essence, is a journey marked by milestones and ages, none perhaps more significant than the Big 3-0. It's often seen as the border between youthful exploration and the onset of mature stability. Before 30, life is frequently painted as a time for discovery and carefree adventures. Society tends to view these years as a golden period for personal growth, exploring passions and taking risks. It's a phase characterized by setting the foundations, education, career choices, and perhaps kindling lifelong relationships. Conversely, after 30, the expectations subtly shift. There's a societal blueprint suggesting that it's time to have everything figured out: a stable career, a family, financial security. This transition from the vibrancy of youth to the supposed serenity of adulthood comes with its own set of pressures and challenges. Life before and after 30 offers its unique flavors and lessons. Let's dive into the vibrant years of youth and explore life before hitting the Big 3-0. Your 20s, a decade of exploration, freedom, and self-discovery. It's a chapter when life throws open its doors, inviting you to step into a world brimming with possibilities. This is the time when many dive into the depths of higher education, wrestling with complex theories in lecture halls, or pulling all-nighters for that pivotal exam. It's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about molding a path that could define your future. As the ink dries on the diplomas, the daunting yet thrilling world of careers awaits. Some stride into corporate skyscrapers, suits neatly pressed, ready to climb the proverbial ladder. Others might find themselves in buzzing startups, where innovation is the daily bread and every day brings a new challenge. Here, failure is not a setback but a stepping stone to greater understanding and resilience. But the 20s are not all work and no play. The relationships. This is a time for romantic explorations where hearts are given and sometimes broken, but always with a lesson to be learned. Friendships too deepen or diverge as individuals align more closely with those who share their values and dreams. It's a social roller coaster, exhilarating and exhausting in equal measure. And then there's the freedom, the sweet, intoxicating freedom to experiment with life choices. Travel to far-off lands on a shoestring budget, start a band, live in a city you can barely pronounce. This is the time to make mistakes, to learn to grow without the heavy encumbrances of later responsibilities. Yet beneath this heady mix of adventure and autonomy, there's the subtle, persistent pressure of figuring it all out. Each exhilarating choice carries the weight of needing to set the stage for the rest of your life. As the 20s wind down, the horizon of the 30s begins to beckon, bringing with it a different set of adventures and challenges. Rewind a bit further to the teenage years, a time of firsts and foundational experiences. Imagine the hallways of high school, brimming with the buzz of youthful energy and the echoes of locker doors slamming shut. This is where many firsts happen: the first crush, the first heartbreak, and for many, the first real test of academic mettle. In these formative years, friendships form that could last a lifetime or fade by graduation. These relationships teach negotiation, empathy, and sometimes the hard lessons of betrayal and reconciliation. Picture the lunch tables and the sports fields, arenas where social skills are honed and personalities are tested. Then there's the first job, perhaps a stint at a local cafe or a summer mowing lawns. Here, teenagers taste independence for the first time, along with the value of a hard-earned dollar. This is where young people begin to dream about what might be possible for them in the wider world, sparking ambitions that could shape their career paths. High school is also a time of burgeoning independence. Learning to drive, managing schedules, and making decisions about college and careers. These are the moments when teens start to navigate their own course, making choices that lay the foundation for the adult they will become. Each of these experiences, from the triumphant to the trying, plays a crucial role in sculpting the adult personality, influencing choices and paths taken in the years to come. Those teenage years lay the groundwork for the thrilling and tumultuous 20s. Let's step back into the world of childhood, where every day holds a new discovery. In these early years, life is a canvas and every experience a stroke of color. It's a time when the fundamentals of who we are begin to take shape, sculpted by the gentle hands of family and the early environments of learning. Imagine a child, eyes wide with wonder, learning to navigate the basics of life, walking, talking, and the first inklings of reading. These aren't just milestones, they are the building blocks of a human being, laid down with care and affection by those who hold their hands during these first steps. Family influence during these formative years is profound. providing not just love and care but also the values and norms that will guide them through life. Education too begins its role early. It's not confined to the four walls of a classroom but is everywhere. A constant state of learning, from the alphabet painted on classroom walls to the educational toys that teach problem-solving and creativity. Each element is crucial, contributing to a child's cognitive and emotional growth. Then there's play, the universal language of childhood. Through games and interactions, children learn to communicate, share, and resolve conflicts. These playground lessons in social skills are as crucial as any academic knowledge, for they lay the groundwork for all future relationships. As children grow, they step into their teens armed with curiosity and dreams, ready to explore wider horizons. Now cross the threshold into the 30s, where priorities, lifestyles, and perspectives often see a significant shift. Gone are the days of relentless exploration that define the 20s. As the calendar pages turn, entering the 30s brings about a noticeable change in the air. This decade, often marked by a quest for greater stability, sees many embracing roles they might have shrugged off just a few years prior. Career-wise, the focus sharpens. It's less about finding what fits and more about excelling in chosen fields. The climb up the professional ladder isn't just about ambition, it's about building a sustainable future, a stable platform from which everything else might balance. It's a time when many realize that their job is more than a paycheck. It's a career, a calling, or a path to personal fulfillment. Family planning often comes into the picture with a stronger narrative. For some, this might mean marriage or entering long-term partnerships. For others, it's about children, thinking about starting a family or finding new ways to support an existing one. The concept of family extends beyond the traditional, embracing a broader definition that includes chosen families, pets, and deeply rooted friendships. Health takes center stage as well. There's a subtle, yet profound shift in how health is perceived and prioritized. It's no longer just about avoiding illness, but about nurturing wellness. Regular checkups, fitness routines, and mindful eating habits become intertwined with daily life. Mental health, too, receives its due attention, as more understand its critical role in overall well-being. Amidst these changes, there's a deepening of personal values. The 30s often bring a clearer understanding of what truly matters. This is a decade for reinforcing one's ethics and beliefs, for standing firmly on the ground of individual principles, and for making decisions that reflect one's true self. As we navigate through our 30s, the journey of self-discovery continues, albeit with more wisdom and a bit more responsibility. Looking beyond the immediate, what might the future hold as we age gracefully? As the calendar pages turn, reaching the milestones of 40, 50, and beyond, life unfolds with a deeper sense of understanding and fulfillment. In these golden years, maintaining health becomes paramount. Engaging in regular physical activity and nurturing mental health through meditation or hobbies can significantly enhance quality of life. It's not just about adding years to life, but life to those years. Relationships too evolve. They become less about quantity and more about quality. Strengthening bonds with family and friends and perhaps reconnecting with old acquaintances enriches life immeasurably. It's these connections that often bring the most joy and support as we navigate the later chapters. Retirement planning is also crucial. It's about more than financial security. It's preparing to live life on your own terms. This is also a time when many rediscover and pursue long-held passions, turning dreams into daily realities. Each decade brings its own beauty and challenges, but the journey is as rewarding as we choose to make it. So what have we learned about the journey from birth to beyond 30? From the unbridled joy and wonder of childhood, where every day holds new adventures and discoveries, to the turbulent teens filled with formative experiences that shape our very essence. We've seen how these years lay the foundation of who we become. Then, the roaring 20s, a dynamic period of self-discovery, bold dreams, and often, the stark realities of adult responsibilities. It's a decade where many of us lay down the tracks for our future paths, whether in careers, relationships, or personal aspirations. As we cross the threshold at 30, life doesn't halt. Instead, it deepens. The tapestry of life continues to weave itself, each thread enriched by previous experiences. We learn that growth doesn't have an expiration date, and learning is a lifelong process. Remember, every age has its unique joys and trials. Embrace each phase with enthusiasm and curiosity.